Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. My name is Artem and here is the news. For 559 days, Ukraine defends itself against the Russian invasion. Yesterday, President Volodymyr Zelensky continued his visit to the front lines, reports LBUA. The head of state visited combat brigades engaged in offensive operations on the Bakhmut front in Donetsk region. The president met with Alexander Syrsky, commander of the ground forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and commander of the Khortytsia Operational and Strategic Group of Forces, and heard reports on the operational situation in the area. Zelensky discussed in detail issues and needs of the units with the battalion commanders. In particular, they discussed provision of artillery shells, missiles for air defense systems at the front, evacuation vehicles and electronic warfare equipment. The Ukrainian Parliament Verkhovna Rada accepted the resignation of Oleksiy Reznikov from the position of Minister of Defense, reports Zerkalo Tizhnya. Reznikov was appointed in September 2021. It is expected that the appointment of Rustem Umerov as the new defense minister will be considered on 6th of September. Verkhovna Rada resumed electronic declaration of assets for state officials, reports Hromadske. At the same time, declarations won't be publicly open until next year. Now the bill requires the president's signature, and some activists already call on Zelensky to veto it and ask Rada to open declarations immediately. We would really appreciate if you could recommend us to your friends and family, as well as share information on social media. This really helps more people to find out about the highlights from Ukraine and truth about Russia's invasion. Russian Mi-8 helicopter pilot Maxim Kuzminov, who defected to Ukraine, will receive $500,000 as a reward for the aircraft, reports Slovo i Dilo. Ukraine's defense intelligence spokesperson Andriy Yusov urged other Russians to follow his example. On August 23rd, it became known that recently a Mi-8 helicopter of the Russian armed forces ended up in Ukraine as a result of a long-term special operation of the Defense Intelligence of Ukraine. The pilot and his family are in Ukraine. The family was taken out of the Russian Federation earlier. The German government informed about a new batch of military aid delivered to Ukraine, reports European Pravda. The new package of military assistance includes in particular more than 10,000 shells for Gepard self-propelled anti-aircraft guns, 4 patrol vehicles, 32 Zetros trucks, 4 tractors and 4 semi-trailers. The new package also includes more than 8 million rounds of small arms ammunition and almost 27,000 rounds of 40mm rocket-propelled grenades. Earlier, Germany informed that it restored shells production line for Gepard self-propelled anti-aircraft guns and have already sent shells to Ukraine. Thank you for listening to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast. We're a commercial initiative of just 2 people and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the app, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we are getting better. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.